Coming up on this week's edition of Wildcat Weekly, e-learning, college applications, and the Eco Challenge. All of this and more coming up next. Hi, and welcome to this week's edition of Wildcat Weekly. I'm your host, Chris Baumgartner. This year brings a new change for students learning. Dominic looks into how they have adapted to the new learning environment.
The start of this year's school year looks much different compared to previous. Because students are not able to attend school in person, classes are being held online thanks to video conferencing via Zoom. Since schooling has gone fully remote, many Wildcats have found themselves adapting to the new learning environment.
E-learning has been a lot easier to adapt to this school year than in the spring, because in the spring I was only able to see my teachers once or twice throughout the whole time. But now, since I'm able to see them 2 to 3 times a week, it's been making it a lot more helpful.
I guess the biggest adaptation for me is waking up knowing I'm not going to school and I'm just going downstairs to my office.
E-learning has made the transition from middle school to high school definitely a lot harder, but my teachers are doing a great job teaching us the same material we would be learning in person.
This change brings a new scheduling format. Periods 1 through 4 are held on Tuesdays and Thursdays, while periods 5 through 8 are held on Wednesdays and Fridays. Meanwhile, Mondays are used for a short weekly preview of all 8 classes.
I think with less class periods a day, it really allows you to manage your time a bit better. I know for me, I like to work individually, and having less class periods allows me to really work at my own pace.
With so many assignments to keep up with, many Wildcats have used different tools to keep track of their work.
Things like Google Classroom, like the to-do list.
My assignment notebook, that's something I've been using for so long now, and it's been a really big help being able to write down all my assignments for the week. And I've also been using Google Calendar and Google Keep because since I have my phone with me all the time, it always gives me reminders of what's coming up and what I need to do.
Be sure to check the NEQA Student Splash page for updates of the current remote learning situation. For Wildcat Weekly, I'm Dominic Liacani.
With most school-related things turning virtual due to COVID-19, clubs at NEQA are no different. Xavier looks into how they have adjusted to this change.
With all clubs in NEQA moving to virtual for a majority of the school year, one of NEQA's most popular clubs, French Club, has experienced some pros and cons.
The pros is I think it really encourages us to be creative. How can we really kind of explore Francophone culture, but still do it virtually, together but apart? So I think it's challenging our creativity. I think one of the cons is where some of the things we love to do, like specifically in French Club, we love to cook. We love to taste cheese. We love to do lots of the food kinds of things we can't do in class. And I think that's been kind of a struggle.
Since clubs have decided to hold meetings virtually, this has come with its challenges and have impacted all clubs. However, this has not stopped clubs from operating.
The change to remote learning definitely had an impact on clubs because we cannot meet in person any longer. But I'm happy to say that all of our club and activity sponsors are able to still have the club or activity in a virtual manner. So there's a number of Zoom meetings going on. We have had to alter some things. For example, like Science Olympiad is going to do a virtual competition. I'm anticipating BPA and DECA doing the same. So just have had to navigate through those changes, but are still operating in our clubs.
For more information, visit the NEQA Valley Activities page or visit the NEQA Valley Student Splash page and click Explore Student Activities. Here you will see a chart of when all the club's next meetings are and their Zoom links. And for Wildcat Weekly, I'm Xavier Harris.
The college application and visit process has been revised in many ways due to the COVID-19 pandemic. Due to the coronavirus pandemic, colleges have put more weight on similar components in years previous due to the delay in standardized testing.
Colleges, they're putting more weight towards other factors if they're test optional when considering admissions, such as your letters of recommendation from a teacher and your counselor, your student essays, and the activity that you've been involved in. And some colleges, they have certainly pushed back their application deadline and or deadline for scholarships.
Despite all the changes, staying organized and motivated is crucial in the college application process.
I certainly encourage our students to just continue doing the best that they can do while they're in school. Finish strong, reach out to your teachers and your counselor when you need more support from us. It's so important to stay organized with both your schoolwork and your college application. Create a calendar of your college application deadline so you can better organize your time.
For more information, go to the Student Splash page under Guidance to get involved with schools. And for Wildcat Weekly, I'm Chris Baumgartner. The NV Eco is starting an Eco Week where you practice environmentally friendly habits. Sam has the details.
Currently, the Environmental Club and many other teachers and students at NEQA are taking part in the Eco Challenge. Participants in this challenge hope to help make change, whether big or small, in the fight to save our environment.
So the Eco Challenge is kind of an international opportunity for people to come together and try to live more environmentally friendly lives. And part of that is an opportunity for you to go in and choose actions that will help encourage and inspire you to live more eco-friendly.
I think that's the other nice thing about the challenge is that it's really set up for wherever you are at on your eco-friendly journey, and if you've done it before, you already do a lot. I think there's opportunity not only to be reaffirmed with the actions that you're already doing, but certainly to push yourself a little bit further.
Since we are all at home, this is a great way to kind of make sure that we're staying eco-friendly at home, because obviously we can't see each other in person, but we can still show each other and show ourselves that we can improve the quality of the environment just by taking little actions one day at a time.
There are 406 teams worldwide, with many people on each team working together to advance themselves forward in the challenge. NEQA's team is currently in 24th place. So far, NEQA's team alone has saved 551 pounds of CO2, and that number will no doubt continue to rise. Ms. Schneider hopes that the Eco Challenge has a lasting impact that will actually fight against current environmental problems.
That if we don't slow and stop climate change, that we are going to have massive issues on a global scale, and that's why it's even been in this political time, it's been in the forefront of those discussions, because we need to make changes.
The Eco Challenge comes to an end on October 28th, but there is still time to join the challenge. Head to ecochallenge.org for more information on the challenge and how to join. However small your actions may be in saving the environment, whether that be using less plastic or taking shorter showers, every action helps. And for Wildcat Weekly, I'm Sam Drake.
Due to COVID-19, pumpkin patches have taken extra precautions to keep their visitors safe this fall. Lexi carves into the new guidelines a local farm is following.
Located at 2500 Johnson Road in Oswego, Kellers Farm Stand has been adapting to new COVID regulations to ensure the safety of all of its guests.
Definitely everyone's required to wear a mask. Coming through the gate, coming in any building, any shopping area, or anywhere where they're close to other people, they have to have the mask. And we've never had a gate before. We now have an entrance gate and an exit gate. And then of course we're requiring people to stay 6 feet apart. We have hand sanitizer everywhere. We have more hand washing stations all over.
While Kellers Farm Stand is still providing many annual activities this season, some have been modified to promote the health of all visitors and staff.
We are for the corn maze and those activities over in farmland on the weekends. People have to go on our website and make a reservation. They don't have to pay for the reservation, but they have to sign up for a time and how many people they want to bring so that we can control how many people out there.
Not to worry, Wildcats, there are still plenty of activities for visitors to look forward to when planning their visit to Kellers Farm Stand.
The pumpkin picking, we have a pick your own pumpkin patch out there where you can actually go out into the field. Otherwise, we do have pumpkins over here too. That's open every day. The farm stand's open every day, but like the farmland activities, the concession stands, that kind of stuff is just Saturdays and Sundays. People come for the donuts, and that's just on weekends. We even sell them at the little tent there because we get some people who get the donuts and then they go back in their car and say, I'll see you tomorrow.
For more information on any of the guidelines at Kellers Farm Stand, or if you would like to make a reservation for any of the activities, please visit www.kellersfarmstand.com. And for Wildcat Weekly, I'm Lexi Mugalu.
Thanks for watching this week's edition of Wildcat Weekly. Have a great weekend, Wildcats.
Give me comfort to my soul.